Um, are we set up with the race room? Is everybody in there?
Yep. Everyone is in there.
All right. I think at this point, now I'm Spicy Chicken Spicy Boy. I'm here with Assemble Me. Assemble, you are holding the keys to the beginning of race time, correct?
That is correct.
If you can confirm with the racers that they are ready, I say we just get underway. We got TrueHyperMario and Veeetih04 in the race today.
Yep, and I'm dropping the flag right now. Hello also from my end. Welcome. I hope everyone is super hyped and excited for this year's SMB3 Warpless tournament. Woohoo!
All right, I see chat is getting pretty hyped up, getting ready to go. I think we're going to have, it should be an interesting race today in looking into our racers. We have TrueHyperMario has a PB of a 51.35, and Veeetih has a PB of 56.54 on speedrun.com, though I think their actual PB may be a little bit better. So we will see. Anything can happen in a warpless race, so we will find out in a moment here. Although we've got timers are not totally synced up, but in reality, they should be pretty synced.
Yep, and both races are from Finland. So SMB3, national sport in Finland, as we all know, second only to ice hockey.
Yeah, I believe Finnish runners represent over a third of the participants in the tournament this year. So we got a lot of Finnish hype. Hopefully we see some Zisty gaming here today.
Absolutely.
All right, looks like we got an attempt to sync the racers up here. It'll be a little easier to track. It looks like no major issues in level 1 for anybody, though.
And good luck to the chat, everyone. Hope all of you have a great day and all of you are as excited as we are to see this tournament. And we have some Assault strats on the right side here. Pretty safe strat and a great race strat.
Yeah, that leaf pickup here just makes the fort very chill, though we do see True Hyper going for the orb jump in a race format. That's pretty aggressive. I like to see the chutzpah.
I mean, that's some skill here.
Oh, and Veeetih with the early bro fight, making up a couple of seconds in all likelihood.
Yep, that's pretty nice to see.
True Hyper also going for MFP Tunnel. It looks like True Hyper is trying to make sure everybody knows he is not a fake lazy Luigi today.
Yeah, he's going all in. No. Any Nico flops? Hopefully not.
Yeah, I would love to see this tournament get through with no belly flops in 1-6, but you never know. Ooh, a lack of P-speed initially over there, but good recovery. Came back, smartly rebuilt the P-speed. That was a heads-up play. Heads-up play.
You know, I'm so scared if that happens in a race. I'd probably take the elevator.
So we do have True Hyper pulling out to a little bit of a lead here onto the airship, but that is not too surprising with the extremely aggressive strats that we've seen, and actually pretty much nailing everything that they tried.
Yeah, he had a very clean World 1. And everything he went for worked out, as you mentioned, yeah.
Now I haven't watched these runners too much. I'm not really familiar with VD. True Hyper getting a fire kill, but I'm not sure what the fire kill situation is on the VD stream here.
I guess we'll find out in a few seconds. Yep, that's the fire kill.
That is serviceable. That it didn't go probably exactly as planned, I'm gonna guess, but that was a serviceable fire kill.
Yeah, to be honest, he had the scam pattern, right? The orbs went a little bit upwards, so it was a pretty good idea to be a little bit safe there. And
yeah, if he had gone for the standard strat, he probably would have taken damage up on the little platform.
yeah, and I saw it as well, but thank you, Butsy, for mentioning it. 16 seconds ahead. TrueHyperMario having a little lead into World 2.
And VD not even attempting the P-Speed strat in 2-1. Also, you know, avoiding almost any chance of taking damage by doing that. So just a possible safety strat here for racing.
To be honest, I feel him. 2-1 is an annoying level. It's the worst level for me in World 2, so I can totally agree to just do it like that in a race. Let's see if he goes for the scam slide, and he doesn't do that as well. So also 2-2 pretty safely played here.
Yeah, so we're seeing two pretty different strategies here. One player going for all of the most aggressive strats possible, and then another one playing it relatively safe for risky levels. So I think both strategies make some sense in a race. We'll just have to see who prevails.
Any early hammers?
Oh, you'd love to see an early hammer in a race format. It just would bring the excitement level up quite a bit.
I mean, we had a movement of 2 here on True Hyper side. I haven't checked all the movements he had, but this has the potential for a post to 3 at least.
Looks like we also had a movement of 2 on VD's side there, just based on the animation. But, you know, the odds are still relatively low that the hammer is in the correct spot. But you never know.
Yeah, and the movement of 2 obviously was at the pyramid. Where else should it be?
Well, and Health makes a good point. Maybe one of these guys borrowed Stewie's cartridge from last year, and there's just could be early hammers all over the place.
TrueHyperMario going the lower route on the map, playing 2-5, which is usually considered to be the easier level. Okay, and VD playing it extra safe, also going 2-5, where you might play 2-4 instead. Ooh, that was a nice clip.
Yeah, that clip through the block could have been really problematic, but really didn't lose any speed at all there. And looks like True Hyper making it through the pyramid pretty clean. 284 in the pipe. That's a clean pyramid.
Yep. I never get 284. I get 283.
Yeah, 284. You have to be pretty crispity clean to get in there that quickly. We also see VD coming through the pyramid. Little hung up, but not a major mistake.
Yeah, the pyramid is one of the hardest levels in the game to play well, and he got the last wall, which is the hardest part. Very nice done. And I think he will be happy with that pyramid. That's just a minor mistake there.
This bro location, now again, I don't know much about his fire kill strats. This bro location is not ideal for the fire kill in World 2.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, I think it is Morton walking off the ledge with about 4 scoops of tuna.
Yep, should be tuna pattern, yeah.
Should be jumping up very quickly. In a race, I might not even go for a fire kill here if I were in this position.
Yeah, we'll see if he tries to because of the weird positioning, if he even knows, and then we don't know if he would normally attempt to do it. Maybe some of the Finnish people in chat know if VD is going for fire kill here usually. Okay, and TrueHyper getting to the fight. Yeah, pretty easy movement of one pattern there.
TrueHyper got, I think, what most people would consider the easiest pattern for Morton there.
And 925 5 orb grab, or wand grab if I was not mistaken, that's pretty good.
Alright, VD entering the chamber, let's see what he does.
Okay, just sums, that's fair.
Yeah, I think it's reasonable, and especially crossing that many segments of the map, the variability in the pattern is somewhat high. I think that's a very reasonable safety stomp.
Yeah, absolutely. So 956 wand grab for VD, so we have a 21-second lead for THM at this stage.
Now we're in World 3, and for random bad luck, World 3 is one of the most devastating worlds to potentially get some bad luck in. Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
Nothing bad ever happens in World 3. Nothing bad ever happens in World 3.
No, I might be mistaken. Nothing bad can possibly happen here. Especially not in 3-2 where TrueHyper is now. There's no... I think the devs ensured this is one of the least jank levels in the entire game.
Yeah, it's also because the hitboxes of Cheeps are totally fair. And very
Probably
well
one of the most solid hitboxes in the game, I would say.
Absolutely. Pretty nice 3-2 by THM there, getting the P-speed, very nice. Oh, we have Hocus in chat, so she has all her cookies around. There will be no runaway bros in this match.
Yeah, lure Ronnie back in with those cookies, Hocus.
Okay, VD getting his way through 3-2 as well.
Yeah, no 3-2 scam. Very good.
Took a little bath in the middle of the level, but no damage. That's most important. Because if you lose damage... We got door 3 from THM. Wow.
Goes from door 3. He is not holding anything back.
Door 3 hype, folks.
TrueHyper is approaching this race like it's the grand finals. He wants to get a great time here.
And VD almost becoming fish food. Ooh, but Ronnie is on his favorite tile. Hocus, we need you.
Yeah, Ronnie gearing up for some of his typical nonsense there. Hopefully he comes back. We don't wish the runaway on anybody here.
And there we have the cookie in the chat now. There's no way.
It's irresistible. I think those are chocolate chips. Yeah, he couldn't resist it.
See? Nothing can happen. So for all of you who don't know, if the bro runs to the other side of the screen, you basically have to take a death, and that means you are losing about 20 seconds. Roughly spoken.
Yeah, in preparation for the tournament, a lot of people have been doing no reset runs, and the general consensus is there is not a great way to deal with the runaway bro in World 3. You just have to take your hits and keep going.
Yeah, you just have to hope that things even out in World 8.
Yeah, Stewie does mention if you have a Dom box, there are some things you can do. I believe that's what he's referencing. Some Dom box strats could come into play.
That's interesting. I've never considered that, but while we are talking, we see a pretty clean 3-9 from TrueHyperMario getting the jump on the H. Also pretty tough trick.
And Veeetih about one level behind, give or take, at this point. Ooh, avoiding being eaten by the fish there. Very robust fireball there to save the life. This is a horrible level to die in. The worst level.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you die there, it's really brutal because you've just used your cloud to get over the auto scroller, so you have to do some magic. You have to play it, and you have to take a death. So yeah, it's a major time loss, like a minute or something that's just gone. Oh, so close there for Veeetih, but he has to take the way through the H.
Yeah, loses a handful of seconds not jumping over that lowercase h. So unfortunate, but not, you know, still has fire, kind of maintaining pace through World 3.
Yeah, I mean, it loses a couple of seconds, but it's not that bad overall. Just like 5 seconds or something.
Now, from what I've seen, I'm expecting True Hyper to come out with a very aggressive Wendy fire kill here. The aggression on that side seems to be pretty high. Let's see if he goes for something really tough.
Yeah. That's just a standard kite kill. But very, very tight execution there. Very nice.
Yeah, that's a very clean version of that kill. That was pretty good. Oh, and Veeetih going Matrix mode over there. That was, I had a little heart palpitation when I saw them dodging those bullets.
Was that a 1528 on THM side there for wand grab?
You know, I missed it.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous World 3 there on THM side. Okay, TrueHyperMario there going for the shell strat in 4-1. Also nice fire kill for Veeetih.
Yeah, Veeetih with a clean fire kill as well.
And it looks like THM managed to increase his lead to almost a minute in World 3.
Yeah, going for fast 3-2 and door 3 and really executing well on everything. You're going to gain time on the vast majority of runs doing that. I did check, it was a 1609 A press on 4-1 for True Hyper. 1708. So yeah, 59-second lead headed into the first level of World 4.
Okay, Veeetih not trying to get any P-speed here. I can understand that, because like this strat is not much slower than the shell strat that we saw on THM side. Okay, no Claudio scam so far.
Yeah, if that earliest Hammer Brother runs away and switches with the the other Hammer Brother that came on screen there has a star, you really are just losing time because you do not want to fight that star, and you definitely want the Cloud to be able to skip a level later. So, could have gotten unlucky there, but it worked out pretty well.
Playing it a little safe there on THM's side.
Oh yeah, that star strat, that is you don't see that too often, but it really does let you get through with a very easy P-speed build. Ooh,
Oh no.
but he takes damage from the ceiling spiny, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's
One of the toughest jumps in the world. I mean, it may be the hardest individual jump in the world.
yeah. It was. I was going to say that the level is pretty satisfying if everything works out, but this little jump is probably the hardest of the level. So yeah. Both runners get the same movement more or less. Oh wow! What?
Oh,
That
and
was
then a
scam.
Sledge
That was
Brothers
scam.
scam.
Holy
That
crap.
was ridiculous. That is no fault of the runner there. That's all game.
I've never seen that before, and wow, THM leaves no turtle alive in 4-6 there. Pretty nice.
Did we see THM fight all bros there? Am I seeing that correctly?
It appears no bro is alive yet, so, or anymore, so looks like it.
Now, for consistency, that may not be a bad choice. The bros in World 4 are, of course, the fastest Hammer Brother fights in the game. So taking a couple of those and decreasing your odds of scamming in World 5 may be a good choice.
Are we sure that it was his decision to do so, or were the bros just
You know,
annoying?
I did not see the map. It might have just been not having much of a choice. That's possible. And Veeetih getting forced on the fight there as well, it looks like. So both of them fighting all bros in World 4.
Yeah, he got lucky that the P-Wing bro was in his way, so it totally made sense, in my opinion, to attempt to fight the bros, but then, yeah, the other one just came to him and he had no other choice than to fight it as well.
Veeetih struggling a little bit with the backup strat here in 4-6. Used a star, powered up.
Oh my god.
Oh no! And that's a death. That's a death.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, that's what sometimes happens, right? You miss your normal strat and then you're struggling and struggling and struggling, and eventually you end up in a spot where you're not usually are. And then, yeah.
Yeah, if you're not ready with the backup strats in this level, they can be somewhat challenging. So unfortunate to see that. He's going to get through clean this time. Just
Yeah,
avoid
nice
one
and
more
slow.
turtle.
Nice and slow.
So I think we're going to have True Hyper with almost the entire World 4 airship as a lead here, if not the entire airship. So that's pushing 2 minutes time difference just back of the notebook here.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 minutes might be accurate.
Try to pay attention for wand grab this time, see if we can get an accurate count.
Oh,
Going for the wand grab.
so close.
Gutsy, but, you know, fun to see.
Yeah, that's a tough break there for Veeetih. He had a pretty nice start into this race, but for one thing we know, it's never really over. As long as you have hands ahead of you, as long as you have whistles in your inventory.
These races can go any direction, anytime. And while TrueHyper is playing very well, I'll also mention TrueHyper going for every aggressive strat that I know of, essentially. So, you know, that can get you great times, but that can also get you in some trouble at times as well.
Oh yeah, and we're playing Butsy's favorite world now. Okay, that was an interesting route there on THM's side in 5-2. I'm not sure that was intended. Not a big deal though.
No, didn't fall down. Falling down in that level is a pretty massive time loss. You have to play an entire level instead of skipping the majority of it.
Yeah, it's just a second or something that he lost there. So long as you're not going to the shaft of shame, everything is fine.
Well, and I do note THM not going for P-Wing and 5-1. So not going for the most aggressive routing, taking a little bit of safety routing. We'll be able to P-Wing some difficult levels instead of needing to try to clip or wall jump in them. So,
Yeah.
some quote-unquote safety routing.
I'm not sure that he's going for 5-1 P-Wing in his PB attempts at this stage, if he started doing that. Okay, now THM in the Twisty Castle, which is also a pretty hard stage. It's pretty tough to keep P-Speed going through the pipes, but he's doing it pretty well.
Yeah, P-Speed through that final room with a thwomp in it is a pretty good distance to get while maintaining P-Speed.
And he's ending with a 280 on the timer, which indicates he played it very well.
And we've got Veeetih coming into World 5 with no fire. That is going to slow you down quite a bit in this world, compared to what we've seen TrueHyper do. But we'll see how he handles it.
Yeah, I'm somewhat surprised he didn't try to damage boost in 5-1, but maybe he just wants to be pretty safe on the node blocks and the tiny blocks here.
Very taking his time to ensure that he does not go down the big pit in 5-2. A wise decision.
I'm pretty clean in 5-4 and 5-5, by the way. Also very nice bro movements there, no issues with Skybro. Skybro not moving to the castle, that's what you like to see.
Yeah, fighting the Skybro there is really nice because he can walk back and forth over the fort towards the castle, and every time he does that, he's just racking up about 1.5 seconds of time loss for you, which can add up a lot if he does it 6 or 7 times.
Ooh, snipe focus. Very nice 5-7 there. Oh no!
Oh, yeah. 5-4-2, not the hardest level in the world, but small mistakes can be devastating in it.
Yeah, so there is this jump where you have to go really from the ledge to this one tile platform, the same that we just saw. And to me it looked good, but if you have any doubts that you will make the jump, you should totally try to stop it, and that's what THM tried. But then he didn't try to stop it well enough and ended up dying anyways. I think he might have made it. I'm actually sure it was good enough, but
You know, I don't know a runner of this game who hasn't done that at some point. It just it happens to the best. It happens to the best.
And we've seen THM's special top route in this level. I think no one else is doing that.
Well, and a nice power-up grab there, knowing where to power up in that level quickly is a solid backup.
Yeah, and I have to say, I totally hate the mushroom in the beginning. So in the very beginning of the level, on the top cloud, there is a mushroom as well. But if I get that, I end up dying in the level. So I usually never grab it. And this worked well for him.
Well, and so he's going to need to grab Fire Flower here, and I don't know how many bro movements he had, but I suspect THM will know what to delay.
Oh no, and we
Ooh,
have another death
Veeetih
here for Veeetih.
with another death. Shorted a jump, was jumped about a tile early there. You got to jump on the very last tile of that runway.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. You have to really be on the ledge. On the other side, by the way, we saw Poop Block Hype from THM.
All right, he does not need to reset the run now. Glad he got it. And we will also see what Veeetih does in terms of powering back up. There are some different ways to approach this. I don't know what their backup strat will be, but ideally they're going to want to grab fire in the next level here.
Okay, TrueHyperMario not going for any kind of delay strats there. Getting a pretty early jump from the World 5 boss. So he had to stomp it, but not a big deal. Oh no.
Ooh, Veeetih powered up, but unfortunately took damage from a spiny thrown from the sky. That was a 2939 wand into the king's hand, so we might be able to get a measurement there. 2939 wand into the king's hand.
Okay, Veeetih getting some time back by not dying in 5 Fortress 2.
Yeah, that is a significant time save. No P speed for Veeetih. This level is not incredibly hard, but it gets much harder if you don't get P speed.
Absolutely. The good part is he's out of there.
And TrueHyper continuing clean play in 6 Fort 1. 279 boom boom kill is very good.
Yeah, the Finnish have the advantage that they had this at one of their points tournaments, so everyone is pretty good at that fortress, getting a good time.
As well as 6-4 P speed there, so continuing to just move with high level strats.
Yeah, he's on fire, absolutely.
Opting for Squirrel Kick for the despawn here. A much safer strat than the traditional despawn of that Nipper to get out of the way in the end of the level.
Yeah, it looks like he was a little bit worried that he was too late as he was late on the ice block grab, and it was a little slow, so he grabbed that second ice block on top of the hill to make sure he gets the despawn.
And a nice screen scroll over the Hammer Brother. If the Hammer Brother's on that transition point in the map, you're able to scroll over it without needing to fight it, and that works out tremendously for TrueHyper here.
Yeah, he's very lucky he didn't have to play the Starbro there.
Well, 3241 wanted to grab into the king's hand for Veeetih. I can't remember what I said True Hyper got, so if anyone remembers what True Hyper got, we could figure it out.
I think you said something with 29.
Ooh, RG365 says 3-minute, 2-second time difference. That sounds right.
Sounds good, yeah. Oh, very aggressive there from Veeetih on the bro fight.
Yeah, small Mario into this fortress is difficult. Well, it's a time loss. It's not necessarily more difficult, but you get stuck here riding this elevator for much longer than you would rather.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. It's like a 6-second time loss. And if he was already just big Mario, then, you know, it is not everyone is even capable of getting any benefit of being big Mario there, because you have to know when you can jump off the elevator. I don't know if Veeetih would be able to do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I would even know where you would want to do that myself.
Yeah, so probably nothing you want to do in a race.
Ooh, Veeetih having a little spinner interaction there in 6-4. Not the interaction you necessarily want. Those spinners can be pretty devastating to you if they throw you the wrong direction.
But playing it safely in the end, going over the last spinner, I agree with that decision.
And let's see what Veeetih does in terms of a 6-4. Or 6-5. It'll be interesting. Also opting for Squirrel Kick.
Yeah, as a Finnish runner, he's obligated to, right?
Yeah, I think so. That's the Finnish standard model of despawn there. Works out perfectly.
And THM having a little dance with the moving platforms there.
No clip into first class for THM. He tried.
He tried.
But the staff denied him.
And we've seen Veeetih going to the Toad House there, taking the hammer suit for World 8. So he sacrifices 12 seconds to gain 6 seconds back and have a very easy Bowser fight, best case.
And it really eliminates problems with taking damage in World 8 pretty substantially. You don't have to worry about whether you've kept fire or not. Ooh, a little bonk in the Ice Palace by Veeetih, but he recognizes the risk and does not attempt to fly under with less time, which I think is very smart. If you push that, you will die. Yeah,
those small mistakes are punished pretty harshly in this level, but obviously dying is worse, so good decision. Yeah, you see that's in the engine room being served today on the airship, if you look into the chat.
Flatworm seltzer and peanut shells in the coach cabin. Yes. Delicious.
Ooh.
True Hyper not clipping yet. I don't know how many he's at.
Okay. I didn't count either. Looks like 7 or 8 to me, just going by the time he went to the wall.
Yeah, significant amount of time, but you know, in a race, keeping it under double digits is perhaps not the biggest collapse you could have. And Veeetih doing an interesting set of movements in 6-4-3 here, going up and fluttering over a large portion of the level with the tail.
I mean, it's a fair strat, I guess. It doesn't look like it's losing a lot of time.
Well, and that level is another level where if you take damage in a spot you don't expect to, it can get very risky.
Yeah, you really don't want to lose P-speed in 6F3, because then it's becoming pretty hard.
TrueHyper continuing to move through levels pretty cleanly. Got through 7-3 as Small Mario, no problems. And these next couple levels for TrueHyper are not going to be too difficult. Just P-winging and getting out.
And just minor nitpicking there to Jade, you wouldn't be out after race 1 because this year this tournament is in Swiss, so everyone gets to play, I think, five matches.
Yeah, that's correct. Everyone should play each week. There will be a matchup for each player.
So maybe Veeetih can get to first class? No. So sad. We have Butsy in chat. He would know what's on the menu today, but no one will ever know.
We'll just have to be satisfied with smelling the aromas from the first class menu without seeing the plates.
Now you just get the aromas from burnt fuel and motor oil.
A THM moving well here, going into the subworld to get a hammer suit. Pretty clean hammer suit grab, it looked like. And we'll be attempting to keep this hammer suit for the remainder of the run. The true time save of the hammer suit is really in the Bowser fight itself. So if you don't keep the hammer suit until that point, you don't really save any time.
Yep. So Veeetih also now making his way to 7-1. I didn't see...
1-for-1 clip.
I didn't see him going for...
2-for-2?
Wow, I have to stop here. I didn't see Veeetih going for any setup here for the clip, but let's see how he does. Ooh, second try there for Veeetih. Very nice.
That is a nice time save from Veeetih. We saw TrueHyper going pretty aggressively in 7-9 for clips, even going for the meme clip at the end. But he did pretty well.
You have to go for the meme clip in the race, right? That's law, basically. Oh, we have P-wing strats there for Veeetih in 7-2. Let's see how he's doing that. Okay, he's playing it extra safely here.
Yeah, very safely. I have been surprised at some of Veeetih's item uses, like levels in which they've used stars and P-wings have not been what you might consider a standard route for this category, but they do make a lot of sense when you see them.
Yeah, there are some options here in 7-2, so you can start off with the P-wing and then eventually damage boost and transition to the normal strat, but he chose to just fly over, which is, I mean, it's perfectly fine, right? Because 7-2, if you end up losing P-speed early and you go to the big pit, you lose lots of time.
Now, based on this strat, I'm also anticipating Veeetih just using the tail to fly in the fort in World 7, which...
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was wondering about P-wing usage, but this solves the P-wing usage problem.
Yeah, exactly. I was also wondering, because I thought, does he have extra P-wing? Will we see 7-6 clip? But now it all makes sense.
Yeah, very different routing, but routing that does make sense for safety and just getting through some of these really difficult levels cleanly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I do wonder, we saw TrueHyper play 7-9. Do you think we'll see Veeetih play 7-9? Taking a death in 7-4-2 is obviously one of the worst things to do if you've clouded 7-9 just previously.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I think last year all the Finnish runners basically played the route that TrueHyper is playing now, but the safest route is obviously playing 7-9 and then using the cloud in 7F2. So I would understand doing that as well.
Oh,
And we
VD to
also see
7-7.
Also safe route here, 7-7. Is a level that is a lot safer than 7-8, but it's also a lot slower. But obviously
Yep.
nothing is as slow as dying, so...
Dying is the slowest strat in this category. So I expect them to play 7-9. Given the safety routing I'm seeing here, I think 7-9 is probably what's happening.
Yeah. Actually, I'm a bit confused that he didn't try to hang on to, or not confused, but I think it's also a good strat to just hang on to that leaf that you have and just play 7-7 with leaf, because then you can use that leaf to fly up in 7-9, which is, I mean, it's a little faster than just going up the normal way that we saw here.
Yeah, not risking it with the clips here and just getting through the level.
Okay.
Not worrying about powering up in the level either, I notice.
So now power up, that tells me he's probably going to cloud over 7F2, because if you cloud over, there's not a big need to do that, because the power up is free if you're in the airship, and that's what we see here.
Yeah, the World 7 airship, really the only airship in the game where you can completely repower up, so a very sensible move.
Yeah, and obviously it's not even a time loss if you power up in the airship, because the only time loss that you get is due to the power up animation, and you don't have to take extra time that you would lose by going to that power up. Oh, we have some issues there with the boomerang, bro. Holy.
PHM really raising my stress level there in that Boomerang Brother fight. And it looks like we'll have both players in auto-scrollers for a little bit here. TrueHyper does have a larger lead than the hands themselves would allow to make up at this point. But, you know, anything can happen and does happen in World 8.
Oh, everyone is in auto-scrollers, and we haven't even heard one dad joke.
Oh my goodness. Does anyone in chat want to hit us with a dad joke real quick? Someone's got one locked and loaded, I know it.
No one wants to make a dad joke. I perhaps have one. Do you know how many South Americans it takes to change a light bulb?
I don't know. How many South Americans does it take to change a light bulb?
A Brazilian.
Womp womp.
Okay, we have TrueHyperMario attempting the hands. Just press left, THM. Oh no.
Hand one. You get that hand about 95% of the time.
Yeah, that was pretty much foreseeable, right? Oh my god,
Good
Hammer Bro.
gravy.
Hammer versus Hammer.
The hammer suit, ironically, not the ideal weapon to go against some Hammer Brothers with, it turns out.
Yeah, the hammer suit is pretty tough to control. Like, for most levels, you just practice what to do, but maybe not for this one. I personally,
hand 2.
I personally just never practice hands because my strat is to not get any.
And you know, those Hammer Brother fights, I am strictly a flower route runner. That level's significantly easier with fire. Just Hammer Brothers get taken out quickly.
Absolutely. Oh, we got all 3 hands for THM. But he can afford it.
He is allowing Veeetih to catch up a little bit. It's not going to be fully caught up, but decreasing the lead somewhat, as long as Veeetih doesn't also get 3 hands.
But on the pro side, he got you the 12.5%. Just the wrong one.
Yeah, for those not in the know, a 50% chance for each hand, so only 1 out of 8 runs will get all 3 hands. Likewise, only 1 out of 8 runs will get no hands, so not common to get all 3 hands. And we have both runners in auto-scrollers again. This may or may not be the last time we see both runners in an auto-scroller at the same time.
Yeah, sounds like World 8 stuff.
THM doing a good job of dodging some pretty pesky wrenches there. Made it through, not damaged.
I'm not sure this damage on Veeetih's side was intentional.
Yeah, do we know, is Veeetih a no wrong warp runner? Do they know the Navy grab for the flower? I am not sure.
Yeah, me neither. Oh no, THM!
THM with a death in 8-1. You hate to see it.
Okay, so Veeetih not even trying to grab that flower.
THM with a solid 8-1 backup with a leaf there.
But no one-ups. I'm disappointed.
Well, hopefully he doesn't need them at the end of the game. THM with the leaves at least should have some power-up backups for these levels. There are workable damage boost backups for these last 3 levels with leaves.
So the only good thing for THM is that he opted to play 7-9 and he used the cloud on 7F2 as well, right? So he has to play the next fortress, which gives him a good opportunity to at least grab fire for the last couple of levels. Otherwise, he would have been forced to cloud over A2 now, which is usually, yeah, the worst of all outcomes.
And 8 Fortress, the last opportunity in the game to get a Fire Flower. There's a couple in this level. That first one is the fastest.
Sorry for the interruption. Everyone greets Veeetih up, but we already see hand 1 again. 95% hand strikes again. Oh, that's an interesting P-speed strat.
Yeah, Veeetih coming out with some different strategies than you might have seen, but some really interesting ones.
Okay, hand 3 as well, but he managed to not get grabbed by hand 2. Let's see if we can see a fire grab here, but no, he just tries to get out.
Well, and he does have that Hammer Brother suit in the inventory, so the fire grab is maybe not as essential for this routing.
Yeah, 5 out of 6 hands today, those hands were really grabbing it all today.
But we do get to see both runners in an auto-scroller simultaneously one last time.
Yeah, Veeetih here with the laser beam strat. Sorry, THM, of course.
And Veeetih handling the Air Force as Big Mario pretty. It's not the easiest level to play without a power-up. I maybe just jinxed him there. Commentator's curse. You guys can blame me for that one.
But at least he managed to enter the Boom Boom fight alive. While
And
THM is getting ready for the last level of the game. Here on a mid-54 pace.
Veeetih has a pretty robust inventory. I don't think he should be too concerned about that damage.
Let's see if we see any clips here. Oh. Maybe he's going for the... Ooh, he gets the... whatever clip. The useless one, but it's still nice to see.
Useless clip hype? Oh, Veeetih also going for 8-1 top route. So we saw 8-1 top route from both runners.
It's actually
True
not
Hyper.
totally useless. It's actually not totally useless. It's safer if you're not capable of playing the stairs.
TrueHyper not getting the one cycle here, but should be fire killing momentarily.
Yeah, he was standing not on the left side of the doors. He was on the standing on the right side. So I think he was aiming for a swag kill there. But anyways, get your GGs out for our winner THM.
Yeah, THM finishing strong there.
54:41. GG. Let's check the official time. Official race time 54:42. Congratulations.
Yeah, GG's to TrueHyper. Now Veeetih powering up, getting the Fire Flower in the fort here. Should save a little time considering the Boom Boom fight at the end. But knows in all likelihood that TrueHyper has finished, but let's see a strong finish for Veeetih.
Can we maybe get audio for Veeetih?
Veeetih coming into the final map area of the game. Just one auto-scroller and Bowser's Castle left to go.
Yeah, Veeetih here on low 57 pace, if I'm not totally mistaken.
I think it may be low 58, actually.
Oh yeah, you're probably right.
Getting some good mashing in here. No risk of taking damage from those guys mashing fire like that.
Okay, let's see if we can get TrueHyperMario into this chat. I don't know if I'm capable of doing that, but I will try to anyways.
Alright, Veeetih coming in for the final Boom Boom kill of the game. And entering Bowser's Castle here. Sticking with it, getting a strong finish. You love to see it.
And you were right, of course. It's a low 58 pace. See what Veeetih does in the final level of the game. And we have TrueHyperMario in the chat. Welcome and congratulations on your win.
Oh, thanks. It was much fun.
Oh no, Veeetih.
Oh, Veeetih lost Hammer Suit there on the stairs just before the one-up clip.
And I thought I was the only one.
He is going to need to play it a little safe in these last couple rooms here, I think. But GG's TrueHyper. Well played, stuck with it, overcame some adversity.
It was a pretty good run, but then World 7, Murphy's Law hit me hard.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I was so scared of 7F2 that I decided to play 7-9 and World 8.
Yeah, I did wonder, was that route your plan going in, or was this was something you decided during the run?
Well, at World 8, I totally lost control of the hammer suit. I think you saw I had some trouble with the Hammer Brothers.
Yeah, that one we saw. But it looked like you actually saved time in 7-9, by the way. And by the way, congrats Veeetih for... I don't even see which time he ended up with. He should
Veetih's time is still going, but yeah, GG's Veeetih.
Yeah, THM, it looked like you even saved time in 7-9 with the 2 clips there.
Yeah, well, that's the basic stuff I do if I go for 7-9.
And I was especially wondering what happened in 5F2.
5F2. Well, I think when I started that level at the point where I had to make a full jump, but I thought I undershot it, so I had to turn back, but then I overshot it. I was trying to stop, but I hit the wrong pixel and fell down.
Yeah, it looked pretty close to me, so maybe you would have even made it. That was my opinion.
Well, yeah, it was a very good run. Actually, the first mistake I remember was when I didn't get the P speed in 4F2.
Well, and
all the way to 4F2, the run was very clean. I got the door 3, etc.
Yeah, you were really killing it until the end of World 3. We were impressed.
Well, if I'm looking my splits, I actually saved some time in World 3 because of that door 3. I was after World 2, I was 1 minute 1 second behind, and then World 3, I didn't gain or lose any time. I was still 1 minute and 1 second behind, but World 4, I was 25 seconds behind.
Wow.
And it looks like we have Veeetih in chat.
Yeah, and World 6 was the best World 6 I've ever played. I got the golden split on World 6.
Wow. Yeah, World 3 and World 6 were pretty impressive.
Yep.
And GG Veeetih as well, yeah. Welcome to the chat here. How did your race feel today for you?
I don't know. It was pretty decent for me, I guess. I just had few unlucky moments, but yeah, I was happy that I kept going on pretty well. Some minor mistakes with my strats there. That made it a little bad, I guess, but I'm still pretty proud of that outcome.
I was after World 2, I was 1 minute 1 second behind, and then World 3, I didn't gain or lose any time. I was still 1 minute and 1 second behind. If I'm looking my splits correctly, my World 6 time was...
Wow.
And
I'm not sure which one is the right one. World 6 was the segment time 6 minutes 37 seconds, and best segment 6:28.
Wow. Yeah, World 3 and...
But yeah, World 8 was a nightmare. Yep.
And
not to mention World 7.
Yeah. Welcome to the chat.
And Veeetih, I do want to say, I think, you know, your routing had some interesting moments, but it seemed like you had some really good ideas for backups on some levels, doing them in some different ways. Did your route through the levels, did you play the levels you expected to play, or did you make some different choices as the run happened?
I think it was both. Sometimes I tried my normal strats, but when I failed a few times, then I went for the safest route because I thought maybe go a little carefully, then I won't lose so much time.
Yeah,
But
if
I
I'm
think
looking my
90% of
splits
the run,
correctly, my
I
World
went with the
6
tactics I always
time
go.
was...
And of course the
I'm
Bowser's
not
Castle
sure
clip, that was
which
just
one is
for
the right
meme, but
one.
that actually
Segment time 6
failed
minutes
for me
37 seconds,
nicely.
and best segment 6:28.
Yeah, I was pretty.
But yeah,
I was
World
pretty
8
interested
was a
about
nightmare.
the route that you took
Not to
in World
mention
7
World
with the
7.
P-wing in 7-2 and then taking the leaf through
Veeetih, I do want to
7-3.
say,
Yeah, I'm usually doing that every time, so that's because the World 7 is actually the hardest for me right now. So I go with the safest with 7-2 P-Wing and then go 7-3 as
play
careful
the
as I
levels you
can,
expected to
because
play.
then I have to obviously 7-6 clip if I take damage on 7-3, so...
Alright.
Well, GG's to both of you. Do you guys have any final thoughts on the tournament? I mean, this is the first match. Congrats on having the first match underway here. Any final things you guys would like to say as we've got you here on air?
Next time I will get off-screen one grab.
Yeah, that was so close. We were cheering for you, but it didn't work.
It was really exciting to see the wall jump for the off-screen wand grab happen. Next time, you'll definitely get it.
Yeah, and 6F3 floor clip was also very close.
All right. And Veeetih, anything left for you to say?
Nothing else. That in next run I'll go with better tactics. I guess that's all.
Yeah, I think both of you can be pretty proud having that match under your belt. It looked like a very nice match to me. Anyways,
I think we have some matches tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a very good point. That is something I wanted to mention, since this was the first match of this tournament. So everyone, keep your eyes opened. There will be plenty of more matches over the next, I guess, 5 weeks to come, and maybe more. So lots of SMB3 Warpless action coming to you from this tournament.
Oh my, I can't wait for tomorrow's first match.
What is it?
Boy. Disaster Caddy versus Sakali. Another Finnish clash.
Yeah.
We're going to have a lot of great Finnish mashups over the course of this tournament. I think if you're a fan of Finnish Super Mario 3 speedruns, this is a good tournament to be watching.
It's not all Finnish though, so it's also for the non-Finnish interesting.
Really?
But we'll watch the Finnish ones as well, of course. Anyways, I think then if everything is set, we can wrap up.
Yeah, thank you all for running, and thanks to anyone who's helped with the organization. Assemble, thank you for co-commentating today. It was just kind of a last-minute thing to get commentators on this first match, but good job, everyone.
Yeah,
it was very fun.
Yeah, thanks to TrueHyper and Veeetih for runnings. Thanks to you, Spicy, for commentating the game with me. Also, thanks a lot, Narfman, for running this very nice tournament again. I think everyone is pretty hyped to see this at the end of winter, at the beginning of spring, like the last couple of years. And thanks to SpeedGaming for having us.
Yep. See you next time.
Bye-bye.